What is up, Steelers Nation? We're back for part 2 of the AST Call-In Show. I'm Noah Strackbine. Find me always on youtube.com/All Steelers Talk. Check me out anywhere you get your podcast. Before we get going here for round 2 of the AST Call-In Show, make sure to hit that like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm back with even more calls from our fabulous members. If you want to join the wonderful people who called in, you could do so by clicking the link in the description below of both the audio and the video. Shout out to everybody who did call into today's call-in show. It was so great. We had to make it a second time. I'm excited for it. With that said, I will not hold you up any longer. Let's get into it.
Yo, Noah. What's good, bro? This is your boy, Poolside McCoy Salad.
Yes, sir.
You call in. First, thanks, bro. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah.
No doubt.
Pool business is RJ's Pool and Spa Service. I'm based out here in good old wine country, Temecula, California.
Nice.
But, no.
RJ's Pool and Spa Service. Go hit them up, guys. Go hit them up.
Appreciate the shout out. To answer your question, you was asking about if I like ship spas or jacuzzis or something like that. And nah, man, I'm just your basic pool guy that shows up weekly with my pool, my net, my brush.
Shout out.
I just clean the pool up every week.
Beautiful.
Balance the water out. That's about it. But no, bro, I appreciate the shout out. No, man, I just wanted to talk about, man, what I was beating my head about in this last game. I mean, I'm a crazy football watcher. When I watch football, man,
Love it.
I'm that loud fan in the neighborhood that you hear screaming at the TV. But no, man, it was a weird watch, man. I'm kind of just sitting there because it's like no matter what they're showing me, I'm just like, it's not enough, you know? I mean,
I hear you.
It's 30. We got 30
I hear
points
you.
on the board, but it's like, all right, let's do it again, though. You know, and the team that's not Cincinnati.
Exactly.
But something else I was just banging my head about the game, man, is Jalen Warren. I don't understand it, man. I do not understand it. The usage from this guy is just insane to me. The usage is terrible.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
So he's averaging the amount of yards that we're needing on third downs, and he's just coming off the field every third down. Every third down is short. Game well. And it's like Warren's averaging over 5 yards a carry, and we need 3 yards, and we're taking him off the field. Why? I have no idea. But that just beats.
The law of averages.
Like, what are we doing?
They don't work.
And I'm just like, is it Tomlin? Is it Tomlin just likes Gainwell? Is it Arthur Smith? Is it just the game plan?
It's both.
I have no idea. It has me just screaming at the TV. Why is he coming off the field again? But yeah, man, that was the one thing. I don't really understand why we're doing that. I had another thing I was thinking about asking. Can't really remember it. So I might be giving you another call back, brother. Yo,
shout out. Oh, that's on me. I haven't done that in a while. All right. Shout out my guy, RJ's Pool and Spa Service. My dude. You're right. You're not wrong. It makes no sense to me why Jalen's not on the field. I don't think it makes sense to everybody or to anybody. I think it's just the excuse of, well, you got to take Jalen off at some point. Okay. Second down would be totally fine. You know, first down, you put Kenneth Gainwell out there. You let him get 4 yards. Great. Sounds good to me. It's not like Kenny G's a bad running back. It's just why on your most important down is your best player on the entire offense not playing. That doesn't make any sense to me. It boggles everybody's mind. The problem is that you're not going to, the only way to fix it is to go out there and say, Jalen, play on third down. This is the only way to fix it. This is not a schematics issue. This is not a game plan issue. This is a Arthur Smith and Mike Tomlin are sitting around for some reason on third down going, get our backup in there. What? In what world does that work? Almost none. Almost none. Thankfully, Kenny G's a decent backup, but you need Jalen out there. You need Jalen out there.
Hey, no, it's pickled egg salad. Give me
Yes,
another
sir.
call. Had a couple of thoughts to talk about. First off, Aaron Rodgers. I know he wants to play
Yeah.
against the Bears. Love to see him play against the Bears, but man, he's 41. He's been banged around like a lot. Wouldn't hurt to sit him for a few weeks, let him get 100% healed up, and
Agreed.
come in fresh for the final push, to maybe win the North, maybe make the playoffs, whatever the case may be.
Agreed.
I don't think that'd be such a bad idea. He seems to be getting a little skittish in the pocket anyway, so maybe a little time off, get healed up, be great. Your thoughts on that? And secondly, Roman Wilson. CA3's been dropping a lot of balls since he came back from the injury, not quite there. And I think he might have a better connection with Mason, or even, Howard's been out too, but maybe with Mason Rudolph, he's got a better connection. Maybe this gets to be a breakout for Roman Wilson now in light of the time they've gotten to spend together. So just
I
your
don't
thoughts
disagree
on that, and I'll talk to you. Thanks, brother. See you.
Shout out. Let's start with Aaron. He does want to play, but I agree with you. I don't think that there's a huge sense of urgency to put him out there right now. There shouldn't be. Next week is a different situation depending on how this week shakes out. If you look at it and say you lost to the Bears, the Baltimore Ravens won, you're now tied for first place in the AFC North. Yeah, he's playing against Buffalo. If you beat the Bears and Baltimore loses, okay, he's not playing against Buffalo. Like, there's just this is not the week to make that call. It's next week. But this week he should sit. This week you should make sure he's 100%, because if you do lose to the Bears, you do need Aaron Rodgers to be nearly 100% for this playoff push. You need him to be. And right now he's clearly far from it. I think a week off doesn't hurt anybody. That being said, from everything I'm hearing, I would not be surprised if Aaron's out there on Sunday. Would not be surprised at all. Do I agree with it? No. Would I be surprised? Not even a little. The other half of this, Roman Wilson, he outsnapped Calvin last week. I think Calvin's a little bit in the doghouse right now. I just think the Steelers are having trust issues with him at the moment because he's making bad call after bad call and bad play after bad play. I think Calvin's a talented wide receiver. I'm excited to see what Roman could do. I am. And I think there's a shift happening right now. Do I think Roman is like this breakout wide receiver? No, I don't. But am I very open and excited to see what he could do? Yeah, everybody should be. Nobody should be sitting around making harsh judgments saying Roman Wilson's the next Randy Moss. But what you could do is sit around and say Roman Wilson hasn't done anything, but I'm excited to see if he could do something because he's got talent. So I'm excited. But he did outsnap him quite a bit against Cincinnati, and I expect that trend to continue.
Hey, Noah and Jacob, Mike from the PNW.
Shout out, my guy.
I missed a week of calling in. Still very down about going to that Chargers game and watching the Steelers play that bad. But that's enough about that. Hey, a couple things. I know you guys have talked about it a little bit, but MVS, is he going to be on the roster for this week's game?
Nope. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I've heard a lot of people talking about DK needs to get more opportunities, even if they're not the bombs. Just get him that little slant pass and let him break it open.
Agreed. Definitely.
Anyway,
agreed.
The other thing I was going to talk about was the spit gate.
Yes, we almost went a whole show. No spit gate.
To comment in a non-judgmental way. I'm one of the first to get road rage. Drives
For
my
sure.
wife crazy. Could not even think about what would happen if somebody spit on me. Wow. But I do have an example, and I know in the heat of the moment it's very hard to hold back. But,
I'm excited for this example.
To Jalen Ramsey, think again before you act. When I was coaching, if I got tossed out of a game, if it was near the end of the game, you think no big deal, but that carries an automatic suspension for the next game. And I know from everything I've seen and read, it doesn't look like Ramsey's going to be suspended, but it could have. And that would have been very detrimental to the team in the grand scheme of things. It's just terrible, that kind of stuff happens. I was listening to Steve Smith talk about it today.
Steve Smith would have murdered somebody.
If you have to get retribution, I kind of liked what Debo said, find out where the guy hangs out in the off season and go take care of business. But that's easy for Debo to say. Also,
it's the scariest man alive.
Aaron Rodgers looks like he might 50-50, might be out of the game. I think it might be getting a little undershadowed that, Mason looked really good. Maybe looked better than we've ever seen him, and maybe a lot of that could be from sitting behind the Hall of Famer number 8.
Maybe.
That's God.
Maybe. I'm not going to rule out Mason taking a step forward. I don't have the faith. I didn't see anything from Mason in this game where I went, oh my gosh, this guy looks crazy. He threw a lot of 4-yard passes that turned into 15. And shout out to Mason for being able to do that. I think Mason is a quality spot starter. And I hope that if he turns into a franchise quarterback, he remembers the guy who made sure to press so hard that he was a quality spot starter, aka me. The Jalen, let's talk Spitgate here, brother. MVS is probably not going to come up this week. I shouldn't blow past that. MVS probably isn't going to come up this week. I think MVS is in the Mike Williams treatment, which is nuts. It makes no sense. What is holding you back? Scotty Miller's 0 snaps? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes literally 0 sense to have a guy who has experience with Aaron Rodgers, who was on a 53-man roster this season and contributed. What? It makes no sense. I don't expect him to play this week. Mike Tomlin had the perfect reaction to this because, quite frankly, somebody spits on you, do what comes natural. That's what I don't care about repercussions. I don't care about missing a football game. That's the softest thing you could do to a person is spit on them. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're spitting on somebody? Cowardly in my head. Cowardly. Somebody spits on you. I'm not saying you got free will to do whatever you want, but all I'm saying is I can't judge a man who got spit on. I can't sit here, and I agree with you. I think you are agreeing with me. There's no part of me, and I don't think there's part of anybody who sits there and says Jalen should have been careful. Yeah, we get it. Hindsight's 2020. In the heat of the moment, come on. We all know we all know we all know exactly what happened is happening, if not worse. And if people weren't there, I think it would have been bad. I think it would have been real bad. But I know you agree. Shout out to Mike.
What
Sorry that you're still going through it.
Big Strack in the slick black Cadillac with the solid gold hubcaps.
Yes, sir.
Berg fan.
Bars.
Coleslaw. How you doing?
Brother,
I just
I'm
wanted
living
to say
good.
Hey to the group, to you, to Jacob. Haven't been
I was going to
around
say
a lot lately, work and whatnot, but just wanted
understandable.
to give a shout out, call in, and tell you I love all the content. What you got going on.
Yes,
and,
sir.
I am pushing that Mason Rudolph narrative. I love me some Mason, and I hope he does well for himself. I'm not saying that we need to replace Aaron, but just saying that I hope that Mason does well for himself. And
Me too.
I don't know, maybe we'll give him an actual shot next year. We'll see. I have a feeling that Mikey T ain't into it. But anyway, Berg fan out.
Dude, shout out to Coleslaw, man. Berg fan. We haven't heard from you in a minute. I think it's been since Dublin. I think we were in Dublin the last time we heard from you. My God, glad to hear your voice. Glad you're doing well. Glad you came in here hot with a little Mason Rudolph hype. Mike T would never, ever. I'm shocked that this isn't an open competition right now. And Aaron might not even need 2 wrists to play a game for Mike Tomlin to make sure that Mason Rudolph does not. I would love to see Mason blow up. I would love to see him turn this career into like something crazy, a late bloomer at 29 years old, plays for the next 8 years, wins 2 Super. Like, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. I love the Mason narrative. I don't think it's coming true, though. I think, unfortunately, we are in a place where Mason is a very quality backup quarterback. But I think it would be awesome. I think it'd be awesome. The hard part is, like, you get a glimpse into the future this week, and if Mason plays really well, awesome. But you have the rest of the season to forget about that. And you're going to forget about it. You're going to forget that Mason looked great in week 12. You know? That stinks. If this was week 18 into the playoffs, Mason looks great. You win a playoff game or 2, Mason's your starting quarterback next year. But week 12, Mike T's memory is like 6 days max. Sometimes it's like an hour. So it's unfortunate, but Mason's going to get the short end of the stick again. We all know it. Coleslaw.
Yo, Noah and Jacob, what is up? It is ball treatment specialist.
Yes, sir.
I think normally it's Eli, a.k.a. ball treatment specialist. Whatever. If you need your ball treated, hit me up. So I have assembled a list of people that I would rather see play left tackle than Broderick Jones, and I'd like to read it to you.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. Nervous at the same time.
All right, here we go. Okay. Spencer Anderson.
Shout
Calvin Anderson. Andrews Pete. Ryan McCollum.
Shout out.
Darnell Washington.
Shout out.
Calvin Austin. Danny Smith.
Shout
My
out.
elderly Chihuahua. Maybe he'd bite them. He's really gross. Maybe they'd be afraid to touch him.
Shout out.
A literal turnstile. Those are kind of confusing. Sometimes you get caught in them for half a second, and that would slow them down at least a little bit.
They are a little scary.
A swinging saloon door. Maybe they'd time it wrong, and, it'd kind of whack them and confuse them for half a second. A single fruit fly. My thinking is it probably wouldn't impede their progress in any way, but at least they'd have to swat at it a little, and that might slow them down more than Broderick does.
Shout out.
A banana peel. Maybe they step on it and slip. And
we've all played Mario Kart.
We've all
played Mario Kart.
And a rug. Maybe they trip over the edge of it. So, I think those are all options.
Shout out.
I don't know what the free agent market looks like on fruit flies right now, but I think we could get one of those guys signed tomorrow.
Yeah, gone by next week.
Yeah, I had something for Jacob, but I can't remember what it was.
He's a stud.
And he's
a stud muffin.
Answer anyways because he's not on the call-in show. The coward. That's right, Jacob. You're a coward.
He's working.
Andre 3000 flute concerts and cable knit sweaters and
Shout out. He's a stud.
Philosophy
He's a stud muffin.
Whatever. All right. Just kidding. Love you, Jacob. Later, guys.
I love the list. I love the list. And for the first half, you had me there. Calvin Austin would die, but you had me there. Rug, maybe. Fruit fly for sure, dude. For sure. A fruit fly can stop anybody in their tracks. Anybody. It hangs out long enough. Eventually, no matter how hard you try, you will get distracted by the fruit fly because your entire being will become, how do I kill the fruit fly? How do I kill it? Trust me. I get one in a podcast. It's over. I'm like quarter here. Max. Love the list. I love the list. Broderick Jones is the starting left tackle, but I think it is time to give up on the project long term, which stinks because he is the nicest dude ever, and I very much so enjoy him in the locker room and as a person. Which again, It's a bummer, but I don't disagree that it's about time. I'm not starting Calvin Anderson, Andrews Pete over him. I'm just not. But Spencer Anderson, maybe looking in the early rounds of free agency next year. Yeah, for sure.
What is up, all Steelers talk? Noah, Jacob,
What's good, my guy?
all salad crew. The picnic pack. I want to give my peppers out.
Yes, sir.
For a Victory Monday. Of course, we got 3 spicy peppers. And I don't know, Kyle Duggar, Jalen Ramsey, and Mason Rudolph. I think they all deserve a spicy pepper. Damn, Rudolph came in relief and really put the game away.
Yeah,
Ramsey
perfect backup
everywhere, and Duggar,
Ramsey's
of course,
a stud.
He should have had 2 pick sixes, but only got the one.
It's okay.
One was good. 2 pick sixes, he would have been the spiciest pepper.
For sure.
But
for sure.
Unfortunately, he dropped it. But the 2 spicier peppers would go to Mount Washington and Joey Porter Jr. I don't know a scarier thing. I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
And I can
Darnell's
tell you
scary.
this. When he stiff arms the first guy and he just like flops over and then hits the second guy and he's like, the third guy's trying to punch the ball out. I don't know. How do you stop Mount Washington when you get ahead of steam? That's to be seen. But Joey Porter Jr.,
agreed,
I think had a super solid game. If T. Higgins wasn't even. Did he have a catch?
He had the touchdown.
He had a touchdown.
He did have the touchdown, but it was on Jack Sawyer. It was over.
I'm not sure, but Joey Porter Jr. Absolutely played a game. Stood up to the challenge.
Agreed.
But the spiciest pepper.
Yeah.
Holy shit. We got a new number 1 on the outside. We've been waiting for this forever. and thank God.
It took me a second to realize who it was.
Because Pierre is the new number 1. I mean, that guy can cover anything. He can get burnt.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. James Pierre, my brother. My guy. James Pierre, easy. James Pierre, easy. It took me so long to realize what that was or who that was. I was sitting there like, yeah, Joey Porter. Wait, he already said Joey Porter. James Pierre, easy. Shout out to Kyle Duggar, who is quickly becoming the most underrated player on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Without question. The most underrated player on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Becoming the most underrated player on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jalen Ramsey, such a good safety. So the corners play better with Jalen playing safety. It's almost as if the chaos just stopped. There's no chaos. It's just guys play their position and then everything's fine. I think, who would have thought that if everybody had their own job and they did it, that it works well? Who would have thought? Crazy. Absolute craziness. Joey Porter, I also think, is playing well. And then good old Mason Rudolph, baby. That's exactly what you're looking for out of your backup quarterback. Come in and act as if nothing changed. If nobody realizes the backup quarterback's in the game, you just succeeded as a backup quarterback. You just crushed it. 10 out of 10, no notes. That's what Mason did. And that's what we're hopefully going to see this weekend against the Bears if he plays. All right, guys. With that said, I'm heading out of here. Part 2 of the call-in show. Shout out to all of you guys. We got 1 billion calls because of that. We made sure that we tried to limit one a piece-ish so that we can make sure everybody got their calls in. We appreciate you guys. As always, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to join the wonderful people who called into today's call-in show, you could do so by clicking the link in the description of both the audio and the video. Can't thank you guys enough. This was awesome. I got to do 2 of them today, which is even better. Like I don't know anybody who doesn't want to work twice, but when you do this and you get to talk to you guys, I don't want to work twice. I think that's awesome. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you so much. With that said, I'll be back later for the flagship show. Until then, enjoy another beautiful day in the Berg. Peace.